Welcome back, Rome Rocker. Did you just get a new ring light and you're confused as to how to set it up from this stage to this stage? Well, stay tuned because I'll be teaching you that. The first thing to do, of course, is to bring out the ring light from the first carton, which would contain the ring light and also contain the phone stand. In case you're wondering how to set up a phone stand, you basically have three parts to the phone stand, and first thing you have to do is to take the longer part and put it in that hole in the phone holder. You have to push it in with force, and once you are sure it has clogged well, it has gone inside, you take the other part and just like you want to cover a bottle, you put it inside and screw it until it is tight enough, and that's all to set up a phone holder. Then the other carton should contain your tripod stand, which would look like this when you bring it out from the carton, and it should also contain this thing. I call it the rotating ball because that's what it is used for. This is what it looks like. I don't know what it's actually called, but let's just call it the rotating bulb. So first, you loosen up this thing that is used to cover the screw of the tripod stand. I guess it's used to protect it. Then you get your rotating bulb and screw it to the tripod stand. So you put it in that nut and screw it until it is tight and you are sure the screw has gotten to the end. So when you are sure it's tight enough, you get your ring light, and this hole is used to attach to that rotating bulb. If you don't want your ring light to rotate, it's not compulsory you use the rotating bulb. You can just attach the tripod stand directly to the ring light. But if you want the rotation, you have to use the rotating bulb first. So after attaching it to the ring light and you're sure it's tight and it's okay, all screwed up, the next thing is to get your phone stand. If your ring light is that one that comes with the phone stand, there will be a hole in the middle, as you can see, and then you just screw up the phone stand to that hole as well. So you keep rotating until you're sure it's tight enough. Now, to give your tripod stand balance, you loosen up this screw, which is the first screw from below. You loosen it up a little, not completely, and then you hold like two of the legs and draw it apart. Hold another two, draw it apart. You just keep interchanging two of them until you are satisfied with how apart the legs are. And when you're satisfied, you go back to the screw and you tighten it back so it can remain the way you've drawn it apart and not fall off or loose. Now back to the phone stand. This circular thing under it is actually adjustable. You can loosen it up, and when you loosen it up, it can allow you to adjust the phone stand to any direction. You can tilt it, you can bend it, so when it's in the direction you want it to be in, you tighten it back and make sure it's tight. Then you tilt the phone stand forward so you can attach your phone. So you can see the phone stand is stretchable. You just put your phone in it, you stretch it out, and then you leave it, and it automatically clips to your phone. You can also bend or tilt your phone to be horizontal or vertical, just like this. Now to this rotating bulb screw. When you loosen the screw of the rotating bulb I talked about earlier, it allows you to tilt your ring light forward or sideways or turn it around. So when it is in the direction you want it to be, you just tighten the screw and make sure it is tight. You can also tilt it forward or backward. So after that, this first screw on the tripod stand, the two of them, you loosen one first, the lower one, and then you drag it up. When you loosen it up a little bit, you drag it up to the highest length, and then you tighten it back. Make sure it is tight enough so it doesn't just go back inside. Then the other one, the other screw, you loosen it as well a little. You don't have to loosen it completely, and then you draw it up again, just like the one I'm doing on the screen. It allows for length, the length you want. Like no matter how tall you are, you will surely be able to record using this length. So you tighten the screw back after increasing the length, and then you can get whatever length you want. This is not the highest length, but I'm just going to leave it at this. As for the remote, it has a plus button, an arrow button, a minus button, and a power off on or on button. This is the plus button, this is the arrow button, this is the minus button, and this is the power off stroke on button. It also has a cable you can connect to a power bank or a charger head that is plugged to the light. You can now put it on after connecting it to your power bank, and you can use the arrow button to change the color of the light. It has white light, it has a warmer temperature, and it has the one you saw first, which is this one. You can also reduce the intensity of the light using the minus button, just like the way I'm doing, and you can increase it back using the plus button, like the way I'm doing on the screen. So however you want the intensity of your light to be, just set it that way. And this is basically all you need to know about setting up your ring lights from your homes, guys. I hope this video was helpful, and please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye.